about a week before I play another show. So I don't know. I can't. We'll see. Let's see if I can even shift into position.
Do you get stiff from sitting or from standing?
Oh, stiff from playing and sitting.
So
yeah, it's a combination of things. Let's see. We'll put this right here. I can't leave without them. So I won't forget my glasses. Let's see.
And Yuri, can you, as you open your viola, can you tell me a little bit about it? Or tell the millions of people that are going to see this on YouTube?
This viola was made in 1978 by the maker Otto Erdős, Hungarian fellow who made some really fine instruments. Later in life he specialized in violas because it's so hard to create an instrument that has resonance and volume, and because it's an odd size, the viola is just not big enough to play in the range it is intended to. So in order to have a real good sounding viola you need like a 20-inch body, and it made it very difficult. And back in 1600 they actually had 20-inch bodies.
Was that the viola da gamba?
The viola, yeah, but they were so limited in the voicing that as the 20th, 18th, 19th century came along, they needed something that you could really get more facility out of the instrument, so they made it smaller and smaller and smaller. Now it's about 16.5 to 17 inches. Some baby violas are 16 inches. And so he really became quite a maker in the 60s through 1985. I think he passed away, retired about 2000. And this viola was made in 1978. When I was a student at Juilliard, my teacher talked him into donating a viola to the school and to one student, and I got one. And it was such a beast, that was one of his larger ones, that I asked him to make a new one for me. And in 1978, when I was on tour, I went to see him in Canada and brought this home with me, and I've loved it ever since. So it's a pleasure to play and a great instrument to boot. And these are my lights, my crab claws. Here we have that gorgeous instrument. And then the beautiful back.
Oh.
Isn't that lovely?
And the woods used in it?
Well, I think the top is good old
spruce,
and the back is maple, I think.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
The way he put the, he almost matched the pieces beautifully.
Yeah, book matching.
Yeah. And the flame.
Yep.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job. He claims he used wood from a house that was 100 years old. When they tear down old houses in Canada. He lived in Toronto at the time, and he goes to the junkyard and finds this wood that's been torn down, that's as old as the houses, which usually are on 100 years old, and he claims that's where the wood came from. And the older the wood, the better. The makers have figured. We'll take this mute off, we won't need it.
I read about a guitar maker in Spain. He no longer takes orders, but when he was, I don't know, 18, 20, something like that.
This is my mid-range contacts, this is my long-distance contacts, and this is my progressives, which I wear, which are kind of catch-all. And since my astigmatism is so bad, I have to wear correctives. And this is a nice frog made out of ivory and gold, which no longer, I can't even take it on the plane out of the country anymore, or else they'll confiscate it.
Right.
1938, made in England by William Hill and Sons. Quite a piece. I bought it in Washington when I graduated school and went to the Marine Corps band to play in the White House. The luthier there had this, and I traded him my bow for his, and it's worked out very well.
What are you planning to play today?
Bach Six Suites.
Ooh.
Selections from the Bach Six Suites.
Okay.
Originally for the violoncello or cello. And we're going to start out with suite number 5, the Prelude. And that's suite in C minor, number 5. Here are the contents.
Great.
Suite number 1 will be next. And also the Prelude. And that's in G major. But since I end the first prelude on a C, a G, G, which is strange because it's in C minor, I start this G major suite on a G, and it was a good transition. I said, let's try that. Let's see if that works. And it seems to have some merit. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it 2 run-throughs and see if anything goes. It's not like we can, shall we say, edit digitally, because we'll just have to do a one-shot thing and
this is essentially in video.
2 or 3 takes and pick out the least offensive.
This is like a Kodak snapshot, like a Kodak Brownie camera snapshot relative to professional video.
Let's give it a shot. Now, I thought you were going to pan the paint and then at the end.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and. Oh.
Wow. Oh.